Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft with Cookies. As always, I'm your host, JJRegals. And I got a little surprise for everyone today. I'll just pan up and... Wait a minute. This isn't where you were last time. This looks... Hey, this is your original world. I thought you said that you lost that forever. Well, thank you for noticing. And yes, I did think I had lost it forever. As it turns out, I'm a genius, and I managed to recover it. Amazingly, I'm pretty happy about that because I like this spot a lot better than the one on the new world I generated, which was in the middle of a Extreme Hills biome with pretty much nothing else anywhere. It was just a giant biome full of mountains. That was pretty annoying, but I have managed to recover this world, and we're going to be back to this one now. Hooray! It's great. As you can see, we have this wonderful little house here. The plan is still the same in terms of the actual build for the house, but we obviously have a lot less progress on it. I still am waiting for the redstone update. I haven't decided if I'm going to download a snapshot and use that to get my, to generate quartz in the nether when I go there to get the netherrack. Or nether brick, I should say, that we're going to be using for the accenting on the house. I haven't decided that yet. I think I'm just going to wait, but I haven't actually decided yet. But anyway, this is the old world, which is now the new world, I suppose, since we're going back to it. And we are here to stay. Now, I don't really have any of the mats. I have a ton of iron because of some things I found here on this world, but there's not really much else here. We have some oak that we're going to need to plant for wood farming, even though we aren't going to be using a lot of oak other than for fence posts and doors are really all that we're going to be using that for. I have a lot less seeds, but I do have a ton of iron. I had these 3 buttons, which you probably saw me make. I don't know if I remember that, or if I remember. I don't remember if I put that in the first episode or not, but that was brilliant play on my part. But yeah, so I like this spot a lot better, and there's quite a few reasons for that, and that's really because of what we have surrounding it. You know, as I stated earlier, we were in the middle of an Extreme Hills biome, and there wasn't really anything around us other than mountains, and that was kind of annoying. We still have an Extreme Hills biome here directly behind us, but there's a lot more going on in this area, and that's why I like it. This episode, because I don't really have any of the materials like the wood for actually building stuff here, I thought I would probably just go around and show you everything that is awesome about this area and that I want to use in the future for builds and such. So we'll start out going outside this door here. This is a wonderful little pond here that I'm going to get rid of. I've said that before, I believe, in episode 1. By the way, that screen flickering in that, super annoying. Really, really bad. And somehow got past all my tests until I actually shot that episode. So that sucked. The first thing I wanted to show you is this forest here. It is the world's smallest forest. We have just walked through it. That is it. It's not very long either. I get that. Wait, I don't get that a lot. Yeah, this is it. That's the entire forest. There's a little pond here too. I'm probably going to keep this forest just because it's so small. I kind of have been avoiding chopping it down. I do need the birch wood. I don't really need the oak though. So yeah, I have been avoiding taking this down just because it's so small. If it was a lot bigger, I would be in there and chopping down probably all the birch trees. I could chop them down and replant them, but I'm a little bit lazy. So I'll probably just keep it. And yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it. It's really small. I can't state that enough. That is the smallest forest I've ever seen in my life. Out there in the distance, you can see we have a swamp. I've been pretty vocal about my hatred of swamps. So yeah, that's still stands. We have a nice chunk error here, but that's okay, because all I really wanted to show you, aside from this river here, which is also pretty nice, is this huge taiga biome. Man, that's a lot of lava down there. Yeah, again, spruce, I'm gonna need a lot of spruce wood in my build. Not as much as I need birch wood, but gonna need a lot of it, and it's really nice to have this biome nearby. There's actually a huge variety of biomes near me, which is really nice. We obviously know about the extreme hills behind me. We are in a plains. There's this very small forest. We saw the swampland, and now we also have this. So lots of variety, and actually just beyond this is a desert. So it's definitely a lot of different things, and a lot of potential different uses. Now, you might have seen here, while I was running around, I ran right up to it, but there is a nice ravine here with a huge chunk error. There we go. Oh. Well. There we go. Pretty big ravine. Goes over here and through there and comes out over here. I don't know how far it goes. I haven't been in there yet. Most of my caving was not nearby. There's a brown sheep there. Most of my caving was pretty much directly beneath my house. I'll show you that soon. Over here, we also have a jungle. Oh my goodness, we have found a dungeon. Well, that's pretty interesting. We have full iron armor. I do have an iron sword, but I want to use my stone ones first. This zombie? No idea what he's doing. Come on. Alright. This is actually the second dungeon I've found near my house. It is becoming nighttime, and I really don't like being out in the nighttime. So I'm going to try to head back. That's lit up, and it should be fine for now. I'm not going to destroy it, because I could use the spawner for a future XP farm. That's, that's a long way off, really, for what I have planned. But we should have that eventually. That's definitely in my plans as something to do, but it's, again, like I said, a long way from, it's a long way off. So we're going to try to run back. We got an egg. Hopefully not a lot has spawned. Chance to get some gold from this guy. I've had a lot of creepers blowing up in my face. It's not really... Well, there's a creeper. That's annoying. They really like to come right beside my house. There's another creeper right beside my house. Well, we're gonna have to deal with this one, because he's right by the door. Try to drag him away a little. Yep, that's not really... I was pretty far away from him. Don't know how he blew up. And we're not gonna be able to sleep even. Oh. Oh, that worked out well. It's gonna take these guys a while to burn to death. Got some bones there. Don't you dare go to my door. Alright. Now that creeper is still out there. In that direction. Oops. I'm gonna fix this hole this creeper just put in our... There's no way that I was close enough for him to explode there. I'm calling bullshit. I do need this dirt though. But let's fix this. And then let's go back to that dungeon we just found. This doesn't seem like enough dirt. Yeah, it's not enough dirt. It really did a number. That's gonna be really annoying to fix. Is that creeper still over there? He is. Creepers have been my bane so far. They just constantly blowing up when it seems like they are too far away to be doing so. A lot of them have been sneaking up on me too while I'm in my house. Before I had the wall up to 2 blocks high, and it was just basically just an outline of what I was doing. There was a couple of incidents involving creepers, but I should not have too much of a problem with them anymore. It was pretty annoying when one of them blew up my bed though. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about creepers. So let's head back to this dungeon. Check out the chests. As I was saying, that's the second dungeon we found so far. I'll show you where the other one is in a few moments once we get there. Where was it? It was nearby. Over here, maybe? Yes, here we go. Some iron, cocoa beans, and a couple more buckets. I actually don't really need these buckets because I have 3 already. Oh, look, another one. Interesting. Not the greatest loot, but I'm not really going to complain about free stuff. So as I was saying, we have a jungle, which adds to the variety of biomes that we have nearby. We have really a lot of stuff. Is there anything that's missing? Mushroom? No mushroom biome nearby, unfortunately. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Instead, we have a jungle. Again, I don't really like jungles. They're kind of like swamps for me, but it's nice to have it nearby. It's kind of illustrating my point about the fact that there's so much diversity around us, is that we've got kind of every single biome nearby. It's a little bit ridiculous. You know, we don't have all the varieties of like ice biomes. We don't have ice mountains or ice plains nearby, but we do have the taiga, and really, don't really think that we need every single ice biome, you know. So it just means that we don't have every single biome, but we have pretty much a good variety of everything. This is a cool little indentation in this mountain here. There's a little pond inside of it. It's a pretty cool area. I'll probably end up building something over there at some point. And as we come along here, some more darkness. This is the mountainous area with a river underneath it, which was what we found when we were looking for this location to build our base. This was really the main selling point for me, because this is pretty cool, and I could probably do a lot in this river area. Have some ideas for some pretty cool builds using this mountain area. And yeah, I'm hungry. Didn't even notice it. There we go. That's another thing I need to get, is a bunch of food. There's lots of animals nearby, but I'm trying to save them so that I can herd them and breed them myself. So here we have this little island. Our house is right over here, on top of that hill there. This is an island that we noticed from our base. I'm 100% convinced I'm going to be building something over here. It's pretty close to the house, and islands are cool and can make fun builds. It's pretty much surrounded by water. You know, there's two small areas where it's not. That could easily be changed so that it's just an island without actually being connected to anything. Let's head back and I'll show you the other dungeon that we found. This is another cool area. Again, we've seen this already. The area over here. The little, I don't know what you call it. There's like an arch almost over here. That's pretty cool. And then there's also a little cave. Well, a huge ass cave over there. So that's pretty cool. This is the cave system beneath our home. There's actually two. This is the smallest one. You see, it's pretty much just this large room. There's another shaft down here. It's pretty much just ends at the bottom of that. And then we come over here. Small little cave here. And this ends over here. And that's the extent of this cave system. The other cave system, though, is kind of ridiculous. I'm sure it's actually small in the possibility of how large it could be, but it just seems so big when it's underneath our house. I'm going to show you quickly where the other dungeon is before we go in, because you can actually see it from the surface here. This is a little shaft right here, and right there you can see is the mossy cobble. That's actually how I spotted it in the first place. I was up here and I looked down and was like, hey, wait a minute. That's, is that? And so I went down and it was another zombie dungeon. Let's go in and have a look from the inside. Where should we go in? Over here seems good. This is not actually an entrance, so it's pretty, it's a pretty weird system, really. Lots of weird interconnectivity between the system. It's just really weird. I'll show you. This is where I ended up first coming in. Give it a little more light. I believe that it's not fully lit up because I heard some zombies in here earlier. Oh, and there's a skeleton right there. That might have just spawned because it was nighttime, though. Jerk. Oh, I hear a spider, too. So, perhaps not as well lit as I would like it to be. But, it's lit up enough, I feel. This is the... This is the cave system. And it's pretty large. This is just the one area. This is where we came in, yep. And we come down and find a whole bunch of stuff. This is the first path. And here's the first split. There's 3 ways here. I'm going to go up this way and check it out. It goes down there, and it goes up here. I believe this just goes around. Yes, it does. And it goes down. See, this is where the split was. That's where you went up. It goes down here. There's really nothing down here, though. It pretty much just ends there in a gigantic circle. I haven't mined everything out yet, as you can see. I think I had collected most of the iron that I saw, but if I just saw... Oh, it's nighttime. We're gonna get out of here. It sounded like that spider was actually in the dungeon, which is pretty weird. Sprint out. Try to avoid mobs spawning. Go, go, go. Are we good? I think we're good. Excellent. So yeah, I had a lot of trouble with this cave system, mainly because of how open and connected everything was. I mean, you could see all the branching paths that were coming along, and each of them was basically at an intersection. So I kind of had to have my head on pretty well in there, checking behind me and making sure I'm not about to get ambushed while I'm fighting something. It was kind of a lot of work, more work than caving usually is for me, just because of all the branches. There's more branching down there. Let's go check out this dungeon. There's a skeleton too. This is the dungeon. Again, we could see it. Oh, there's a nice noise. We have this area too. And this again, a huge open area. And there's actually this main intersection here. Quickly check over here. This comes out the side of the mountain. Over here. And there's another way in there, so we'll just go this way. We've got this area over here. This was a fun area. We've got this cave here. We got this cave here. This one over here. Another one over here. And then this one down here. This was not fun to clear out. Pretty much ambush city for me. This cave system also goes down here, but we're going to leave and go check out these other cave systems. Yeah, so that was the first cave system, and then it comes to this intersection over here. This cave here is pretty small, I think. I believe it just comes out over here. Yep. This just comes back up to the top of the hill here, right beside our house. Easy access to the caves, really. This one, also pretty small, and just comes out top of the hill. But stuff is still spawning there. That goes back to the main cave system, as we saw, over by the dungeon. And then there's this. This is actually, I believe, going inside the mountain. And there's even more splinters in this. This way, all the way down and around. Really big. Also this way. It's kind of ridiculous how big this cave ended up being for me. And then it also comes out over here. We see this is going to come out the side of the mountain. There's a little bit more over there as well. This is the entrance to the mountain, and it also comes up here. This is the upper level we saw from below. And it goes around inside the cave, shockingly. And we come out here, which is on the side of the mountain as well. This is the mountain. So, really a ridiculous cave system. It was way too time-consuming to clear out, just because of how open it was. I really had a hard time with it. I'm not gonna lie. It was way too open. Way too open. But it's cleared for the most part, as you can hear. There's still some issues with things not being totally cleared out. But that's not something I'm going to worry about for now. I just wanted to get rid of the nuisance that was all the noise that was being made. And I imagine most of it was coming from that dungeon, because it was a lot of zombies. But yeah, it ended up, once it's cleared fully, it's going to be nice and quiet, and we should be able to incorporate the caves into the actual design. I know it's going to be a big tower, but there's not really a plan for the basement, and I think we'll probably just end up going into the caves and using the caves as the basement. I don't know for sure. That seems like a interesting thing to do. Yeah. But anyway, that's why we're gonna use this world. Lots of cool stuff around. There's even more mountains out that way. There's just so much going on, and it's so much more interesting than the area we had on the other world. It was okay, because you can kind of do a lot with mountains. And it can lead to some nice variations in builds, but this is just so much more variety. We have pretty much every biome that we can use. I mean, I don't really want to watch a series where everything's just in a mountain. You know, I can do something cool with this island. I can do something cool back here. I can even do something cool with the front here. And no, you can't do anything cool with swamps or jungles. But anyway, that's it for this episode of Minecraft with Cookies. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys again next time. Bye-bye.